Hey guys, it's Dan's Review and I'm back and we got new Monarch support. Now I'm very happy to see that we have new Monarch support because they haven't gotten love a long time since mainly from the structure deck back then and probably one or two spell cards or monsters afterwards. But even being on full power with the ban is slowly releasing the cards back to 3 for each particular card that was restricted. The deck hasn't, it's just too slow, natural game mechanic, too slow. Tributing. So they give them some new, support, 5 new cards so they can, hopefully be up to speed with wherever format they will be released in. So the set they are going to be released in is called Duelist Advance. I got the source from Respect Yugioh. Shout outs to them. So let's get into the first card. So the first card is Eidos, the Underworld Monarch. So it come like a teenage version of Eidos, I believe. Yeah. That would be probably the grown-up version of the Squire. Yes, Eidos, the Underworld Squire. So he has grown up to being a teenager, and of course, eventually he will turn into, I think the bigger one name is Erebus. Yes, Erebus. So he's a level 6 dark spellcaster, 2400 attack, 1000 defense monarch. His effect, he has 3 effects. So if this card is normal summon, you can add 1 monarch, spell or trap, or monster with 2800 attack and or 1000 defense. So and 1000 defense from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So basically searches the light one, which would be good, Aether, which could tribute on your opponent's turn. That's the best card you could search. Going first. Going second, you can search others, but it's like you need something to extend to tribute someone again, because of course after you use up your normal summon, you'll need something to tribute again. So like going into a board, you need to search wherever you need to go into a board, or going first, you'll go for most likely Aether. Now if you're going first, you could probably, if you already open the trap that allows you to tribute someone on your opponent's turn, you could search wherever Mega Monarch you would like in order to interrupt your opponent on their turn, because usually we don't really play the small ones. Right? The next effect is you can declare 1 attribute. Choose 1 monster in the field to become that declared attribute. So like I said, you could search any Mega Monarch, and if you had a trap, you could, choose a type, choose an attribute, and it will give you additional effects for the Mega Monarch, like Riser, the Mega Monarch, or Caius. And the third effect is if you tribute summon a monster with 1000 defense and 2400 or more attack, and this card is in your graveyard, you can either add this card to your hand or special summon it. So this is great. It gives you extra body while being in the graveyard. So Foolish Burial definitely comes has an extra target if you would like, and or you can return it to your hand, so you can choose someone and search another monster. So basically this can add 1 more spell trap. So this could add a spell trap as well, which is like your searchers to draw for 2, like Panthesium, or you could go for Tenacity to reveal 1 in your hand to search wherever missing piece you need, like the field spell, or the one that is the trap cards if you would like to interrupt in your opponent's turn. Okay, so this is great. Of course, this the artwork, I love it. The artwork looks great. Okay, so let's get into the next card. The next card would be, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, Tessera, the Prime Squire. So we have a new Squire, light, level 1 light warrior. So next router target. So alright, let me go and make sure we upgrade the router from I used to use Hobby Libre. So let me try to get a QCR router. And have an extra target to search. So it has 3 effects. Oh, mind you, the Monarch we just looked at, it doesn't restrict you into locking you out of your extra deck, which is great. So Let me see if the squire does the same thing. You can reveal one Monarch spell or trap in your hand. Special summon this card from your hand. Right, this is lovely. This is lovely. So far, not restricting you. It gives you a free body extend itself by just revealing the next one. It could be bricky at times, but you're playing a deck with a full of spell and traps. So shouldn't be most of the time it should be working. It should be a very good card. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon one monster. Look at that. So it could extend itself by specialing from hand. And if you're forced to normally because you don't have a spell or trap to reveal, you could just after it resolve, tribute summon one. That's great. So this other field spell reduce the level of one of the high monarchs, the higher level monarchs, the level 8s now, down to 6, and you can just tribute summon and bring out whatever you need. This is lovely, of course, prone to effect veiler, imperm, but like everything else, yeah. But if you don't want to be weakened by those things, you can just reveal and special, which is great. So far not blocking you out the extra deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your deck. Also, you can special summon from your extra deck for the rest of the turn. So this part restricts you from the extra deck, but definitely gives Foolish Burial an extra target again. So you could special summon the other squires, which would most likely be, the dark. No, the light one. I think the light one name is Ada, the Heavenly Squire, and I think is if this card is normal special summon, you can special summon one monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your deck and defense position, except itself. Also, you can special summon from the deck for the rest of the turn. So now you can get double monarchs, double tribute summons in the turn. So you could send this to the graveyard and special summon Adia, the Heavenly Squire, and then that would special summon Eidos, the Underworld Squire, and Eidos will give you additional normal summon for the turn. So therefore you get a tribute summon twice, and you get 2 free bodies on board. So Foolish Burial definitely becomes a better card with this, definitely. And I guess this is where they have to lock you out from the extra deck, but opening it is great, or Foolish Burial it is even better. So this is a great card. Great card. I love it. This feels like you should run 3 of this for sure. But with deck building, we will play testing. We will see if definitely you had to play 3, but looking like a 3 of. And indeed, the first monster looking like maybe a 2 of, maybe 3 of. Consistency is always key. But you know how Monarchs go with all the different options we have. So, and tribute summon is still a mechanic that you don't really want to have too much tribute summons, but not too little bit, because if you ain't seeing them, they're not working out. If you're seeing them too much, you're breaking. Okay, so we have a next spell card now. It's called Scheme of the Monarchs, and in the pit here we see Mobius, Testalos, Riser, Caius, Zaborg, and Grandmorg is the name, yeah? Gramag. Sorry. So long we even, said his name in a while. So normal spell card. True. Wow, 2 effects, huh? Yeah. So first effect, send one monarch spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard itself. Okay, so it's a Foolish Burial, so most likely it's a Pantesium. Take a banish from the graveyard to reveal 3 and add 1 to your hand. So consistency, definitely 3 of. Also you can send the trap if you would like, if you already have Pantesium in your hand, to just get the the extra summon. So off the rip you can send the trap. I think the name of the trap that the special summon itself is, let's look it up. I have the cards, I have the core. I have played Monarchs a long time. I can't remember all the names offhand. So yeah, the Prime Monarch. So when you send the Prime Monarch to the graveyard, and this, of course, you activate it, send to the graveyard, you have a normal summon, a special summon, 1 time. So it making option to get a free body or get a free search. It have other targets too, but this is the main target. Those are the 2 main targets. So if this card becomes banished, you can target 1 face of monster your opponent controls. Add 1 monster with 2400 attack, 1000 defense. That is the same attribute as that monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Then you can apply this effect. normal summon. One Zabog, the Thunder Monarch. Mobius, the Frost Monarch. Testalos, the Firestorm Monarch. Grandma, the Rock Monarch. Or Riser, the Storm Monarch. Or Caius, the Shadow Monarch. So, they kind of giving you support that could, like, allow you to play the small monarchs as well. You understand? But we all know most of the times we play the big monarchs. But you never know, we could probably play the small monarchs as well. Yeah. If I had to play any of the small monarchs, they always say Riser is the best one for stalling your opponent's draw. But I prefer Caius being the best one. I love it, especially I would really love to play a turbo pack 8 Caius to show them on ultimate rare. Just for the flexing, even though it might not make sense. But I would really love to play him one day. Again. Yeah, so this card, consistency card, definitely most likely a 3 of, and I don't need another card to make it live or anything like that. So definitely give me a free summon or free search. So definitely, yeah. This is the kind of cards you need more one-of cards, not a card that needs the next card to do something. Monarchs have a good amount of cards that need the next card to do something. So, like tenacity, like if you don't have a monster to reveal, it does nothing. So we need more of this card. Even Panthesia, we need to discard the next card, spell a trap in order to draw 2. So it's like, this is great. One card that does something. So we don't have to play, let's call it Foolish Burial Goods to send the Pantheism to then reveal or whatever. So you have an inbuilt Foolish Burial Goods with extra steps, extra effects. So this is great. So you can target that opponent monster and change it to search a monster with the same attribute once you get banished. That's great. So you could, yes. So when you send the trap, the Prime Monarch, the trap name is Prime Monarch. Yeah, the Prime Monarch with this, and you get free body and you banish it. Then you could, target one face of monster your opponent controls to go in second. It searches an attribute of the same one. Yes. So you send Prime Monarch to the graveyard. You get a free special summon with Prime Monarch, and then on a separate chain, it will target one of your opponent monsters and search one to the attribute corresponding. And then if you would like, you don't have to, you could tribute summon for only normal small monarchs, the megas or the Hater or Erebus. So on to the next card. To this advance looking great. So this new card called is Rebellion of the Monarchs, and we got Erebus sitting on his throne with a new squire in front of him, I believe. Yeah. Look at this artwork. This artwork is great. I think that is Riser and Caius and Testalos behind the squire. So if this is Rebellion, they're trying to overtake the throne. It's like, hey, underneath your rule, we ain't doing nothing in the format. We come here to make things, unruly. Yeah, man. So, normal spell card, 2 effects. Discard 1 card. Oh my gosh, Ash. Negging. Discard 1 card, but still, let me see. You have to get things in the graveyard. Reveal 3 monsters with 1,000 defense that have 800 attack or 2,400 or more attack from your deck. And your opponent chooses one to add to your hand, then send the others to the graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So they have to put the restriction where you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. But glad it's not like it's either you do this and you can't special summon from the extra deck, or you special summon from the extra deck and you can't use this card. This is what I like about these new support cards. So you can still play extra deck Monarchs, and after you use certain things, then you can play these cards, and so you have to know how you're maneuvering your cards while playing. Discard 1 card. So I believe this is Ash Bait. Yep. Yeah, this could be ashed. It's a hard ash, but still great on that effect where you can reveal the monarchs that you're missing or the squires, and you add one and send the rest to the graveyard. That's great. That 3 months with 1,000 that. So it don't even have to be different names. It could be repeats. So you could show 3 of the same card, or 2 and 1, or three different names. So this is definitely great. Come like Pantheon banish effect, reveal tree. Yeah. Its second effect is you can banish this card from the graveyard. Special summon one monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your hand. So you have too much of squires in your hand, so therefore you can special summon either one from your hand. This is good, this is good. This is good. This is good. And you just have to banish yourself. This is good. Definitely good. This is a tree of, yes. So this helps get discard one card wherever bricks in your hand into the graveyard you like to get in the graveyard, like prime or anything like that. Well, not necessarily bricks, but if you want to get it in the graveyard, that's good. Or any random card. That's good, that's good. Of course you need a next card to make it live, but I find they didn't need this card. It should have been free. That's me. Because like I was saying, you don't need a next card. A lot of Monarch cards need a next card to do something, so okay. And the last card, the fifth card, is a trap card, of course, continuous. This looking like the new Squire. No, this is not the new Squire. I think this is the new Monarch, right, that we got. So in the last one, Rebellion of the Monarchs. Oh, so that was the new Monarch. That is not the Squire. That is the new Monarch, the teenage version of Erebus. So yeah, the teenage version of Erebus. Yeah, so he was just rushing all of them. Eidos was just rushing with all the other monarchs to dethrone Erebus. But to me, Eidos is the younger version of Erebus. So, alright, culmination of the monarch. So, Eidos the monarch has all the elements in his hand, looking like he about to bust them up. Look like Naruto when he had all the different Rasangans in his hand in the war arc. He got fire, wind, dark, light, water, earth, all the elements in his hand. He's an airbender. Alright, so continuous trap. Each time your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, so you can even the pendulum summon, and you control a tribute summon monster. Okay, so you have to control a tribute summon monster. You can manage one monarch spell or trap from your graveyard. Activate one of these effects. You can only choose each of this card's names following effects once per turn. Destroy one monster on the field. Destroy up to 2 spell or traps on the field. So basically all the baby monarchs, all the original OG monarchs, without targeting. Discard one random card from your opponent's hand. Destroy one face down card on the field. Return one card to the top of the deck and banish one card on the field. So the first one is, I believe, Zaborg. The second one is Mobius. The third one is Testados. The fourth one is Zaborg. Sorry, the first one is Zaborg and the 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one is Grandmog. Grandmag, if I pronounce it right. The fifth one is Riser, and the last one is Caius the Shadow Monarch. But all of them does not target. So you can use each one in the same turn as long as it has spell or traps to banish. Which is great. That's great, that's great. Of course we don't want to banish all, but that's great. So there we have it. We have 5 new support cards. And such I love Monarchs from back in the days. I just had to do a video where we, revealing or talking about the new support. Never done a video like this, but I always had the intention of doing it one day. And thanks to Respect Radio, where I saw it first, I'm happy to see this new support. It's great, it's great. I feel like we will play one of this trap. 3 of each of the new spells. And the Squire, I believe, I think we could play 3 of this. And or maybe 2 by 2 by 2 in the squares, with the one that is revealed from hand. What's his name again? The Mitra. Yes, Mitra. Yeah. And in with this Mega Monarch, I'm going to destroy a light one, which most likely is itself. You could look at the extra deck and send equivalent to that to the graveyard, because this new squire is also light. And wow, we could look at your opponent extra deck and send monsters from extra deck to the graveyard. This is great. Wow. So I love it. I love it. Love it. I hope you guys love this new support. I love the artwork, especially with the spells and the trap. I just love it, seeing all the monarchs and them inside it. So also looking at this, since we got Eidos, the Underworld Monarch, maybe we should get a in the future a Dia, the Underworld, the Heavenly Monarch. Because if you do one half of the monsters, you should do the other. So I think you should also do a Dia, the Monarch, probably come in, and maybe with some new spell and traps as well. And maybe they'll do you see how they make a new Tessera, the Prime Squire? Maybe they'll make a dark version Squire as well. I think that one was a spellcaster. Yeah. So probably more support to come again in the Squire anymore, and maybe some spell traps. Definitely looking great, and this is going to release in the OCG April 26th, so pretty much next month, and we should probably get it later down in the year. Oh boy, it kind of now makes sense how they upgrade the rarities in the Monarchs, in Squires and things in certain past sets. Right. Well, I hope all you guys enjoy the review, and I hope the support definitely piques your interest to go and brush up on your Monarchs and playtest it online. I think definitely I will. And this is Danny's review, and we're out.